Are you having trouble with Farmbots? Are they running around all over your base, trampling your favorite shiny flowers? Well then, does Scrap Mechanic Labs have a solution for you? Presenting the SML MDU QM, or your very own mechanized defense unit designed to recycle any Farmbot that comes near your base. All you need is to point and aim your quad laser array at the offending Farmbot, and then unleash a torrent of fire in his direction, shredding and recycling this Farmbot into easy to reuse little block pieces. Thank you for joining us once again here at the lab. I am your host, Chief Engineer, and I am in the mechanized defense unit we were advertising at the beginning of this video. The adventures, the time that it took to build this took a very long time, but was it worth it? Oh yes, because this thing is so cool. Let's back away a little bit so you can see what the finished mechanized defense unit model looks like in all its red and black beauty. The building process was pretty extensive. I'm going to show you a clip of what this looked like in its much more or less completed state. As you can see, I have two lifts lifting up the arms, and I was adding onto the main core unit, which is this unit over here, which I started with couple of weeks ago. I knew I wanted to build something with it. I didn't know what. It's one of those things where I had a control center that I was really happy with, but nothing to control with it. So pistons came out. That was fantastic. And from then on out, it was about me building this thing up, putting together all the parts, and then doing a little showcase with you now. So here we are in the Mechanized Defense Unit, the MDU, and it's designed to be modular so that you can swap out parts. Now, because this is still a prototype, that's not going to work just yet, but in my next couple of revisions, we're going to see swappable arms, swappable drive systems, swappable everything. Then maybe even build different types of core control centers, apply them in different ways, and it's going to be so epic. Now what I want to do is I want to show you a little work area here that I've built to give you an idea of how swapping out parts is going to work. Here we have it on a custom lift. So you power the lift up, you can go work underneath, look at all the logic systems or that control the fire or the fire control systems, which, by the way, I need to give a big shout out to GameBite for helping me out and developing the fire control systems for the mecha. This has been such a pleasure to work on because I created an environment here where working on it is just so much fun. As you guys know, I'm a night owl, so I have the Dark Night mod by Durf. So if you want that mod, check out his download. I'm not sure if that's safe to be compatible with the way the directories have been changed in the game. So, be wary of installing the dark mod. If you really want the dark mod so you can get these types of visual effects, let me know and we'll see about that, what I could do. See if Durf will update his mod or if I have to give you a modified version of that. We'll see. We will see who reaches out and gets in touch with me first. So for the most part, I'll be putting this finished model on my workshop, I will be putting this bench that you will need to weld down in one corner so that you can work on your own mech and start swapping out parts. The features of the workbench here are like so. You have your up and down. I already demonstrated that. And you also have, in case your projects get bigger, you have this switch which expands the platform, and you could add more ground to it without having to reposition the lights all the time while you're working. So, this prototype mech, as you can see, we have fuel systems, we have fuel for the laser, or the gas systems for the laser beams, if you want to make them high-powered lasers. Actually not mounted on this prototype, but they are on this one. So as for the rest of the video, I will leave it up to you and your imagination. Remember, here's the places where you can do the downloads. I will put a link to that in the description of the video. If you liked the mech, please give the video a thumbs up. If you're gonna have fun and build your own, tell me about it in the comments. I'm really interested in hearing about the things that you guys build. As for me, we did some development during the build process. There were so many duckies coming over and hanging out. We were having a blast, playing games, fighting the mechs together, all kinds of stuff. I'm going to be putting some of those in the outtakes now before I finalize the video. Keep dreaming, keep building, guys. I was your host, Chief Engineer. Thanks for watching, and until next time, bye-bye.